Good afternoon. Welcome to Camping with Wade's RV. This is 1023 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Welcome in. I'm Skyler Cooper on this windy Saturday afternoon. If you have questions for us today, you want to talk a little camping with us, you can join the show. Give us a call, 918-460-KRMG, 460-5764. You can also text us at 70123. Remember to start your message with KRMG and then your question. That number again, 70123. Joined as always by Willy D down at Wade's RV. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. It's a really great day out here at Wade's RV. Like you said, it's a little bit windy, but that's okay with me. I kind of like it when there's a little bit of a breeze. We've had quite a few people come out here already today, and we really just want the chance to, the opportunity to earn your business. So if you're out there looking at RVs or you're interested in RVs, give us an opportunity. That's something that we're about. We want to show you the Wade's RV difference, and you can always come out and see us. We're going to be here until 5 p.m. this evening, and you can always come see us during the week. We'll be open until 6 p.m. during the week, and we're just ready to come out here, help you find the right camper and get you in the perfect camper for you and your family so you can start turning miles into memories.
Let everybody know how to find you and how to get a hold of you.
So you can find us. We're located at 161st and Highway 75. That's our main superstore. And so that's where we have all the RVs that are for sale. We also do storage and we do maintenance over there at that facility. We can even change your tires. So if you have a truck or a car that needs tire change, come on out and see us. We can get you fixed up. And also we have our service location down there at 121st and Highway 75. And that's where we also have our other service center and our parts store, and we can actually lift a coach all the way up in the air. We can take one of those big 45-foot buses, lift it up, and you can walk underneath it, believe it or not. So we do all that chassis work. We have our paint and body shop over there as well, and we have some more of our storage, and we also have outdoor storage. So if you're looking for indoor, outdoor storage, give us a call. We do everything. We are Oklahoma's only full-service dealership, and we're ready to help you with either finding the perfect RV or taking care of the RV that you already own. And one thing that's great about Wade's RV is even if you didn't buy from us, we will still take care of you. You can always store with us. We will fix your RV. We'll take care of your maintenance, and we can also do all of your warranty claims as well. So it doesn't matter if you bought somewhere else, you didn't know about Wade's RV, come on out and experience the Wade's RV difference, and we will make a believer out of you today.
I know you guys have a lot of things moving in and out with new inventory. And this time of year, we talk about it being a great time to go looking because you have a few things left over. I know you were kind of selling through your 2020 stuff already. You have some new things out there this week?
We do. We had a couple different units arrive, so we have another one of those brand new redesigned Wildcats out there. We also have some of those 2020 models like what you're talking about. We have a couple of the North Trails left. I actually have a couple. I have a Baystar, so I don't have a couple of them, but I have a couple new Mars. I have a gas rig that's a Baystar out there. They have it marked down like over $40,000. It's, I mean, really wild. I was talking to Wade this week, and I said, dude, you're literally giving these away. But we have one of those. We also have a Canyon Star as well, so depending on what kind of trim level you're wanting or the length and floor plan, we have a couple different options. So even travel trailers, motorhomes, we still have a couple of those. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a 2020 toy hauler. So if you're looking for one of those, get on our website and take a look at that. And we also have brand new used units arriving every single day as well. So we're paying top dollar for both your trade-in and also your consignment. So whenever people are looking for a great deal, they're looking for a great deal, but it's not always just about that, that first number. It's about what you're getting for that trade-in as well. So we want to make you a good deal on an RV, but we also want to pay you top dollar for your trade-in. So a lot of places you'll go and they will just catch you, take your knees out from underneath you. And that's not how we operate at Wade's RV. We are going to give you a fair and honest trade-in value on there, and we're paying more than the competitors. So if you already have an estimate of what they are going to pay you for your trade, come on in and let us beat it for you. So we got lots of deals being made out there, lots of new units, lots of used or pre-owned units out there as well. And we have them in all shapes and sizes. That's one thing that I think is great, is we have a little bit of everything. I mean, every single category of motorhome. One of my favorite categories I'm going to be using later, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on, but I'm going to be using a Class B motorhome this weekend. We have A's, B's, C's, and as we always talk about, travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and even toy haulers. So come on out and see us today. There's a lot of great things that are happening.
My friend is out at Little Sahara now doing a little camping with his RV, so definitely a good weekend for it. However, we talked earlier about how windy it is, and that's something you got to know when you're driving an RV or if you're pulling one behind you. So let's talk about that a little bit. I know you guys go through a bit of a training course, a little crash course, Willy D's driving school, when someone buys an RV at Wade's RV. So what do you tell them how to compensate for wind and everything? Because just driving here in my basic pickup truck, it's you got to hang on tight. I'm sure it's a whole different ballgame in a big Class A.
Well, it can be. One great thing that I love is one thing when we're talking about new Mars is they invented a thing called Comfort Steer. And so that actual computer system in that RV will compensate for the wind and the pulling, you might say, on the road. So you're not going to have that big fight with your steering wheel like you would have had in your F-150. These are very advanced machines. And so they're really going to take care of you going down the road, more so than just if you have a little bit of a buzzer telling you, you're getting out of the lane. These will actually help compensate it for you, and they actually have different adjustments. So if you like a little bit of a tighter steering, you can do that. If you like a little bit more of a loose steering, you can do that as well. And then whenever we're talking about towing with like a travel trailer or a fifth wheel, there's different sorts of devices that you can do to really help stabilize you. So whenever we're talking about travel trailers, one thing I always preach is the equalizer system. And so with those, what that's going to do is it's going to equalize your weight, so you're not getting that big V shape in the back whenever you're towing with a pickup truck and a travel trailer. It's going to bring that weight up, and so it's more of a flat and level plane, and so it just helps with that pulling, but it also helps with the wind. On a perfect day, usually you'll feel the wind coming by whenever a semi truck comes by you, just all of that big force moving past you. It moves a lot of those air particles, and so that's going to move on your trailer. And so also whenever you have that going on, you're going to have the forces of the wind very similarly to like when a semi truck pulls. You're going to have that wind coming and pushing on your travel trailer, and so those bars, they're going to help compensate for that wind and really give the friction, and so it's not going to push you around near as much. And so it's really a safety feature. It's going to pull the weight and help you pull better, but it's also going to help with that wind sway from either bigger vehicles or Mother Nature itself. And so it's a really great thing that I always love, and I always preach to people, because safety is first, and you cannot put a price on safety and your family's safety overall.
It's Camping with Wade's RV. You're listening to KRMG. Skyler Cooper with Willy D. If you have questions for us, give us a call, 918-460-KRMG, 460-5764, or text us at 70123. So you're going to do a little bit of that challenging drive yourself today, heading out to one of the state parks we always talk about.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm going to be headed out to Grand Lake later on today. Whenever we get done with the show, I had to come into Wade's, had a little bit of chores, you might say, that I needed to get done. So I came out to the store, got a few chores done, was helping some sport chassis customers actually, which was really fun. And I'm going out to a friend's birthday. It's Dax. He's my good friend. And we're going to be going out there, and they actually rented a cabin, believe it or not. But me, being the true RV man that I am going to be camping out in a Class B motorhome. And so Dax is turning 31 years old, and I want to give him a special shout out because I'm going to be going out there later. So don't be having too much fun without me, guys. I'll be out there shortly.
And we'd love to know where you're camping. We always want to see your favorite spots. You can text us again, 70123, or call down there to Wade's RV and get with Willy D, because you guys have your, mostly for your customers, but I know you love to put that wall up of everyone's favorite spots, and we love to see those from you, so you can let us know where you're at if you've got a good spot this weekend. I've been hearing about a lot of them lately, and some people heading out this time of year. It's like the camping time. This is when people really start thinking about it, because they go, okay, summer's over and I'm ready to go outside again, and why not go camping now?
Go camping right now. It's great weather with this nice breeze. It's perfect for hiking and stuff. And yes, send us your photos. Give me a call. I'd love to hear about where you're camping. Come on by the store. I have this really cool wall. I really love KRMG aside from this program. And so I have this really big KRMG banner, and then I have all of these camping photos from all of you guys all around it. And so bring me your camping photos or send them over to Wade's RV, and I would love to print them out and put them up there. And then it's kind of like Where's Waldo? You can print them out, and then I'm going to hang them up, and then you have to come back and visit, and then you have to find it on the wall. So it's kind of fun, and all my customers send those in. So send them on in to us, and I would just love to hear about your camping spots. I'm always looking for new and great spots and other spots that I can tell people, because everyone camps a little bit differently. It depends on who you're going with and what you're wanting to do.
And we're coming up here on our first break. It's Camping with Wade's RV. So coming up, tell us who we're going to be talking to.
So I'm going to have my friend Blaine come on the show. He is an avid RVer. He actually has a 33-foot bunkhouse that he uses to camp in. And so I'm going to have him come on the show, share a little bit of how his camping experiences go, a little bit about where he goes, what he does. He actually uses his RV for work. And so give a little bit of a fresh perspective. I'm using it for work, but it's more so recreational. I always tell people I have the best job in the world. I get to be around RVs. I get to travel, get to experience this great lifestyle. He is using it for a little bit different, so it's going to give a little bit new of a fresh perspective on there. And so we're going to have him on later in the show. And then also we have really big news. We are doing a special event at Wade's RV on Halloween. It's called RV and Treat. And so if you're looking for a fun and safe way to get out and still have some fun with the kids, we're going to have candy, we're going to have giveaways, and we're actually giving away a really fancy custom-made grill. And so we're going to be talking about that later on in the show. But make sure to mark on your calendars the 31st of October, Halloween evening from 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to be out there handing out candy and having a really great time.
It's Camping with Wade's RV. We'll take a break. You're listening to 102.3 K.
Camping with Wade's RV every Saturday at noon on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's news and talk.
Or wadesrv.com. Willy D, I know you guys have an extensive website where inventory is constantly updated. So if maybe someone wants to do a little pre-shopping, that's a good way to do that.
Yeah, if you want to check out our inventory, it is all up to date. I actually was doing a little bit of double time, you might say, on my job responsibilities this week. I was actually being internet manager as well. And so I was putting all of the new inventory that we had arriving into the computer system. So all of that is very up to date with exactly what we have on the lot in inventory and what is also having deals pending on it. And if you see, one that says pending, that does not mean the deal is final. Sometimes people change their mind. They also might have some difficulty financing, just so many different things. So if you're still interested in that RV, give us a call because we can kind of give you an update and let you know exactly what's happening. It's a crazy market out there. RVs are super, super popular. And right now we have the very best inventory I've ever seen at Wade's RV. So you got to come out and see what we have.
We've been talking a lot on KRMG in the last several months about home financing because of where the interest rates are. What's it like in the RV world right now?
Right now, everything is just really firing on all cylinders. It's incredible. We've never seen rates better than they've been right now. And we also, like I said, we've got great inventory selection. So it's really great with that. And so people are looking to buy an RV and they haven't necessarily learned about how it works. It actually finances like a house. And so whenever you're looking at RVs and you're looking at terms of 12 years, you can also go 20 years. It really makes a lot of these payments very, very affordable because these are investments and these are purchases you're going to have for years and years down the road. It's not like buying a car that you're going to have for 2 years and then trade in. These are very large investments that people have for years and years. Many times families, they'll have one RV and the kids will just grow up having all those memories in that RV. And it might be a bunkhouse. And then whenever all the kids move out, they kind of are disappointed because the parents trade that in and then get one just for themselves. So as your life changes, your RV may change, but lots of different financing options. We have, I think, like 20 banks that we go through, banks and credit unions, and it really just depends on your financing situation. Everyone that comes in, they're going to be looking for a different RV because their life is different. And same thing when it comes to financing. We want to help you find the right RV, but we want to help you find the right financing as well. And that's one amazing thing about Wade's RV is we have all of these tools set up in place to make your buying experience just the very best it can be from the time you step in the door to the final time that you sign that dotted line. And so it's really great. Come out and, like I always say, come out and experience the Wade's RV difference because I love that Wade is at Wade's RV every single day. It just shows a testament of how hard he has worked to make the business what it is, and just why it is so successful is because he has a hand and a part in everything that goes on there. So we have great financing rates and we have great financing options. So come out and experience the RV and lifestyle. It's amazing. Right now is a great day, and I guarantee people are having fun at a campsite. I'm going to go have fun at a campsite, and you're just missing out. If you're not doing it and you're sitting on your couch, you're not living the life that you could be, and you're just missing out day by day. If you wait one more day, you're missing out on those memories that you could be sharing with your friends and family.
Coming up in about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to talk a little more about that and how you can kind of break down what kind of payment you want, maybe start there, and then we can tell you what you might look for, what categories, what sizes, what really price point you should be in. That's coming up after the news later on here on Camping with Wade's RV. I'm Skyler Cooper along with Willy D. And one quick point I wanted to make there. You always talk about how hard Wade works down there at Wade's RV. And I've seen it myself when I come down to do shows. And I just take it, Willy D, you can probably elaborate on this. I take it he's not that guy who's waiting for the clock to hit 5 and head home.
I can say I've never seen Wade leave at 5 o'clock. So at Wade's RV, we always say we are here as long as we need to be to make sure that we are there to help you. And so there's many nights that I've been at Wade's RV until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, just because we're trying to make sure that customer really gets everything that they need to either learn about that RV, or maybe they're having a problem working on that RV. But this man is so dedicated for his customers. We had a customer send some photos. Wade, he usually works out in the morning. If you've seen him, he's kind of a buff guy. I will say he is a buff guy. He's pretty built. And so in the mornings he works out, and he'll let us, kind of everything get started, and he'll show up about 10 minutes after 8 or so. And the other day he was a little bit later, and he is a very punctual man. And so we were kind of wondering, where's Wade at? And he didn't answer his phone. And what happened was he saw someone broken down on the side of the road with their RV, and he pulled over and he was helping them get back on the road. And that's just kind of a testament of what he does. He is not a guy that sits back and lets people handle the situation. He very much wants to dive in and take care of it himself. And that's a great thing that we do at Wade's RV, is every single person is there to help you. And it doesn't matter if you're on the highways of Oklahoma or if you're in that parking lot, you'll find that man turning a wrench on an RV. It's just kind of his calling, I think.
We want to hear from you. Give us a call, 918-460-KRMG, for your camping questions or comments right here on Camping with Wade's RV. Let's bring in our guest, Blaine. He is an avid camper, and Willy D, someone you know well.
Yes,
Yeah.
Blaine
Hey,
is
guys.
an avid camper, a very good friend of mine, and it's really great to have him on the show today.
How you
Hey
doing, Blaine?
guys, thanks for having me. I'm doing good. I actually am just now back in Oklahoma, and just for a couple weeks, and then we're going back out in our RV, actually just to Arkansas, but then we'll kind of be wrapping up for the year. But we've had a lot of miles on our RV this year. It's been pretty good.
Tell us what you got.
We have a 33-foot bunkhouse travel trailer that's got 2 slides. It's pretty nice.
Now, how did you decide
We
to go
call it-
with that over something different? We always talk about making that selection.
Well, so we use it for work. So there's 3 guys living in it, and these are guys in their 20s and 30s. So we just thought we kind of needed a bunkhouse, type trailer, but a lot of the bunkhouses, you kind of have to crawl into them. So we needed to find that one with the slide, obviously. But it's a big trailer to haul with it being so long. But we pull it, with an F-150, and it does just fine.
We were talking earlier about favorite spots to go, and you said you're heading to Arkansas soon. What are some of your favorite camping spots around here?
Well, okay, so Arkansas, it's hard to get a spot in Arkansas nowadays. It's so busy.
Anything in Oklahoma that's stand out for you that you really like?
Yeah, so, I like to go out to the Wichitas if I'm just going camping. But it's dry camping out there. So there's no plumbing.
Yeah, that can be one thing. And we've talked about boondocking, as Willy D likes to call it. So, hey, let's take a break here. We're coming up on the bottom of the hour news. Blaine, thanks so much. And if you want to join the show, you can also call us, 918-460-KRMG, or text us. The number is 70123. This is Camping with Wade's RV on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.
This is Camping with Wade's RV on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.
Welcome back. It's Camping with Wade's RV, 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. I'm Skyler Cooper, joined by Willy D at Wade's RV, 161st and Highway 75. If you want to join the show, you can get a hold of us, 918-460-KRMG, 460-5764. You can also send us a text message, type KRMG and then your question to the number 70123. Willy D, I know you got a lot going on down there today. Remind everybody how to get a hold of you and where they can come see you.
918-291-1011, and that'll get you to either one of our locations. You can also go online at wadesrv.com. We have all of our inventory. You can value your trade. It's something that's really cool. It's an awesome tool that we have on there. And so you can get on there, you can type in what kind of RV you have, and it'll actually pop out the exact NADA value for you. So it makes it super easy, a really streamlined process. And then also, of course, you got to come and see us. We're located at 161st and Highway 75. That's our super center. We'll be open until 5 p.m. this evening. And we also have our service center at 121st and Highway 75, which is where we do all our servicing, and we have our indoor and outdoor storage and our giant parts store. So if you're looking for anything from a faucet to an RV door, we got it down there. You got to come see us if you're looking for anything RV. We can get you taken care of. One thing that I thought was really cool is last year we actually took care of a German RV. So we actually had to get some parts imported, and then we got those installed. But we were able to take care of the customer where everywhere else in town had turned them down. I was going through and I was kind of reading some of our Google reviews, which are really awesome, and just a testament of, our customers and how much they, I find it amazing. You always hear the bad stories, but sometimes the good stories don't always come out. And so we've had a lot of customers on there here recently. And one customer was saying how the girls down there at 121st, he called up there and he was talking to Jen, and he was telling them, everywhere else has said, no, they can't do it. No, they can't do it. And Jen just kind of laughed and said, no, bring it on down. We can handle it. And sure enough, in a couple of weeks, we had him fixed up and back on the road enjoying his RV when he thought all hope was lost. So if you have a challenge, bring it on down. As Big Wade would say, I ain't scared. So bring it on down, and we always love a good challenge. Also, one thing that I want to tell people about is that we're having a really big event here in a couple weeks. So on Halloween, we talked about it earlier, but from 6 to 8 p.m., we're going to be having a great event at Wade's RV. And so if you're looking to get the kids out where they can have a fun and safe time, get some candy, and let's say you have a little bit of a fascination with RVs, you have a passion for them, you like them, we're going to have the very best of the best out there on display. So it's not just going to be fun for the kids, it'll be fun for you as well. At Wade's RV, we have what you might call the big tour buses. So we have the buses that cost, upwards of $500,000. Some are even more expensive than that. And we're going to have those on display. We're going to have travel trailers on display. We're going to have a little bit of everything in every little category. They're going to be decorated up. It's going to be RVs, but they're going to be decorated with kind of Halloween themes. So it'll be lots of fun. We're going to have lots of giveaways for the kids. I'm going to have lots of, I got a whole bunch of glow sticks. I've been playing around with those this week. And so lots of different glow stick activities, and then candy. And one of my favorite things, I went to Premier Steel this week. We've been getting some custom grills made from Premier Steel, and they have Wade's RV on them, and they are just really, really sharp. And we are actually giving one of those away. And I thought, it's a cool grill fire pit combo. Well, this is a very, I guess, engineered product. It's very heavy duty. It's going to be very portable, and it's just really, really cool. But these things are close to $400. So if you're looking to want, and you want to win one of those, I know I can't necessarily buy one, but one thing that is really cool is that you can actually enter to win one. You do not need to buy it. You can actually enter to win. So you got to go to our Facebook page, like and share our post with that grill, and it talks a little bit about our camping or our Halloween event that we're going to be having coming up. Like and share that, and follow those directions, and you could be entered to win this amazing grill. It's really cool. I know all of my friends have entered. I'm going to try to talk to Wade into letting me enter. I doubt he'll let me, but it's a really great opportunity to really take advantage of something that can be really great on the campsite or even at your house. So get on there, check it out, enter to win, and then come out and see us on Halloween evening. It'll be a great time. Wade actually, he said, hey, I think I'm going to pull out the fire truck. And I said, dude, you have to pull out the fire truck. This is not an option. And so we got that all charged up, and he was pulling it out yesterday. He was having some fun. He had the sirens going, and he was running around the lot and just having a good old time. He's kind of a kid at heart, you might say. And so he's always having fun at Wade's RV. That's one thing that I always love, is going to work every day. It's going to be a fun time. And when you're a customer, you're going to feel that same presence whenever you come into the store. You're going to feel the professionalism and also the family atmosphere that we have. We have cornhole set up. So if you like cornhole, we actually have that up in our lobby. And just from the moment you walk in and you're greeted by our great receptionist, from the moment you walk out, you're going to have a great experience at Wade's RV. So come on out and see us.
So if people are shopping, they might be wondering where to start. What necessarily are they searching for to begin the process? Are they looking at what type, what size, what price? And a lot of times for people, it's going to be based on what they can afford and what they can afford monthly. And as you mentioned a little while ago, how financing works with RVs, you're not financing like a car for 4, 5, 6 years. You're financing longer so you can have those payments in the affordable range. So let's break down kind of what an average payment would be. So let's start at $100 a month. What might someone expect to be able to afford paying $100 a month?
So RVs, they come in all shapes, all different sizes, and all different prices. And so whenever people are thinking about prices and thinking about payments, don't necessarily lock yourself into, well, I can only afford a travel trailer. Well, a lot of times you can get maybe a motorhome that's a couple years old, and so it fits into that price range. And so you can really let your dreams just take you wherever you want to go. But it really depends on who you're taking with you, what you want to spend per month, and where you want to go as well. So for $100 a month, these are some of my very favorite campers. You start out in our Aspen Trail models. And so we have these nice little, I would say, kind of miniature models. And so what's really great is they're great for getting out on the weekend. They're single axle. They're super lightweight. They weigh about, 25 to 3,000 pounds. So just about anything can even pull it. And it's a great unit that can really take care of you. They have refrigerator, fridge combos. They have bunkhouse models. They also have couple coaches models. They have power awnings. I think some of them are even coming with power jacks these days. So they really are loaded up with a lot of different features to get you out and get you enjoying it. And with it being so small, you can park it in your driveway, you can park it in your backyard. It's not like you're going to have a special storage unit or anything like that. So really affordable and really great way to get into camping. So whenever you buy these units, people ask, how is it so affordable? I'm looking at this unit and it's the same price as a used one, but it's brand new. And it's kind of like Walmart. Walmart has better prices than maybe your mom and pop store a lot of times because they're buying in so much bulk. So the United States of America is huge. People buy a lot of toothpaste, so they're getting a better deal on that Colgate than necessarily the small mom and pop shop down the street. And so Wade's RV, we buy so many of these Aspen Trails that we get a bargain. Basically, we get a discount for buying so many of them. And so we really drop those prices down to really get people into that camping lifestyle so they can really see what it's about. And so for about $100 a month, you can get into a brand new travel trailer with a power awning, full fridge, full beds. Even some of them have bunks with a full bathroom, shower, toilet. I mean, the whole shebang, everything you need. That is what you're going to get for about $100 a month. So it's really great. So for even less than most people pay for their cell phone, you can get out and you can have your very own camper.
And there might be some people who are teetering on that edge. They're on the fence about, okay, well, maybe I can go a little higher. Maybe I could do $200 a month. And then when you get there, you're thinking, I could probably swing $250. And that gets you a big upgrade, doesn't it?
Yeah. So whenever you talk about moving up from that $100 a month payment, you're really going to kind of take a bigger jump. You can obviously take smaller ones, but when we're taking, different categories, you're going to be talking about probably around $200 to $250 a month. And that's going to get you a camper that's going to run around $25,000. And so that really opens up your options. So whenever you're talking about that price point, you're really looking at so many different floor plans. You're looking at floor plans that have slides. Once again, it can be couples coaches or bunkhouses, but you're looking at slides, you're looking at power jacks all the way around. Some of them have solar panels on them. Many of them have electric fireplaces and just lots of different features that you didn't have in that $100 category. The $100 category will take great care of you, and it's a whole lot better than a tent. It's a whole lot better than a pop-up even. And so that category will take care of you. But whenever you move over to that $200, $250 category, you're going to have a lot more of those creature comforts. Like I said, with the electric fireplaces, you might have a 12-volt fridge, power jacks all the way around, having slides. For that extra cost, you're obviously going to get more amenities and you're going to have more floor plan space. And so you're going to be looking at a couple more options with that. And even in that 250 range, you can be looking at some used fifth wheels a lot of times. So some of my favorite models, which we actually have one on the lot right now, is those mid-2000s Montanas. They just built a really, really great heavy-duty unit. And so for those, a lot of times those run about $25,000. So a lot of times I tell people, hey, you were looking at this brand new one for this, but you're going to be able to get into such more of a caliber unit if you spend this on one that's just a couple years old. And so for that same price point, you are breaking into getting into those fifth wheels and those brand new travel trailers that have those slides and have all of those amenities as well.
All right, let's take our break. You're listening to Camping with Wade's RV. It's 102.3 KRMG. When we come back, we're going to talk more as you step up in the pricing each month. What can you get? And I know it goes, you get a lot more bang for your buck as you step up. This is Camping with Wade's RV. We'll be right back.
1023 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.
Welcome back. It is Camping with Wade's RV. You're listening to 1023 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Skyler Cooper along with Willy D here. You'll hear us every Saturday afternoon from noon until 1. You can also catch the podcast on the KRMG app or krmg.com. If you have any questions, you can join the show, 918-460-KRMG, 460-5764, or text us at 70123. Start your text with KRMG, followed by your question. And that number again, 70123. Before the break, we're talking a little bit about what you can get for your money each month. If you want to spend $100 a month, $250 a month on an RV, what can you get for that money? And Willy D, let's step it on up. Let's say someone's got some extra money and they want to really go for it. They want to spend $500 or $1,000 a month. They can really probably get something bigger and fancier at that price point, right?
Just about anything you want on the lot, which is really cool. So with the $500 price point, you're really talking about your fifth wheels. You're getting in, and obviously used prices can fluctuate just depending on year, make, and model. But whenever we're talking about brand new units, you're going to be talking about brand new fifth wheels. And whenever you start going in between that 5 and 1,000, you're getting into some of your more full-time fifth wheels. And so getting into those big horns, and then whenever you get up to that $1,000 mark, you're talking more so towards your Riverstone models, which are just absolutely incredible. If you haven't listened to the show where we had Rocky from Riverstone on, you have got to get on our YouTube page, Wade's RV, and you'll just be able to listen to that podcast. It's a really great episode, but those Riverstones are really great units, and so you can afford any type of fifth wheel you want if you have that $1,000 kind of a month price range. And obviously, if you're trading with some equity or something, it might be a little bit more, but kind of talking general figures right there. And then whenever you start stepping up to your $1,000 to $2,000 range budget, you're really talking about your heavy, your high-end diesel pusher, your motor homes, things like that. And so you'd be looking at anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000. And that's just kind of general figures. You can always go up. Like I said, at Wade's RV, we are the exclusive, let me repeat, dealer of Newmar in Oklahoma. And so if you're looking for that quality of products, we have it. And so some of those buses go all the way up to $1 million, and we can take care of you. Like I said, anywhere from those travel trailers that start at only around, I believe it's $14,000, all the way up to the big motorhomes that run over $1 million. We have them all at Wade's RV, and we have the specialized tools, and we also have the specialized mechanics to make sure that we can take care of your product whenever you're done.
Now, you mentioned that people can come trade in and everything, and if they've really been on the fence about that, it's a good time because you guys are always moving your used inventory, and you pay people top dollar for it, and it's not just RVs. I mean, we've talked about it before. You'll take trailers and boats and kind of anything they got with some value, you want it.
Oh, yeah. We will take trailers. We will take boats. We will take motorcycles. We'll take bulldozers. We will take anything that has a value. So if you have a motorcycle sitting in your shed that you have not been using for years, bring it on by. We are interested in it, and we will make a deal. We will put you in a new RV, or like what you were saying, if you're looking to get rid of your RV, either trade it in or sell it, we are paying top dollar. So as we said earlier, it's very important to get a great deal on your RV, but you need to be getting top trade-in value for your RV as well. And at Wade's RV, that's what we specialize in. We specialize in taking care of our customers and making lasting relationships. So let us take care of you and give us a chance. Give us an opportunity to your business, because that's what we want to do. We want to earn your business. It's not going to be handed to us on a platter. We want to show you the difference at Wade's RV.
918-460-KRMG is the number. Jack is on the line. Jack, welcome to Camping with Wade's RV.
Well, hello there, Willy D.
Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Baker? I know exactly who this is.
Hey, now my wife and I, just for Wade's RV, my wife and I, we bought our motor home from the other guys, and I wrote down a list of what I wanted. I wanted a certain kind of theater seats. I wanted television in front of me. I wanted it located at a certain spot. I wanted, I am on a CPAP machine, so I wanted to make sure that I would have electricity during the night. I wrote a list of all my wants down, and sure enough, Willy D found what I wanted, put it in my price range, and they made me a very successful customer with Wade's RV.
That is awesome. Thank you for calling in.
Okay,
I
well,
love hearing that.
Jack, thanks so much. Appreciate it. And you can join us next week. We're just about out of time for this Saturday afternoon. But Willie D, let's remind everybody where to come find you guys, 2 locations, online, and your phone number.
You can find us at 161st and Highway 75, wadesrv.com, or 918-291-1011. And you can also find us out in the community. Wade's RV is super involved. Jack, I actually got to meet him at the Good Sam's rally. So he's one of our good and faithful customers. I love seeing him all the time in store. And he's actually one of my neighbors out there in Beggs, Oklahoma. So shout out to him. It was good to hear from him.
All right, take care. Have a great Saturday afternoon. The Future of Real Estate with Daryl Baskin is next as we continue our Ask the Experts weekend. This is 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.